We live, we back up in the building. I hope y'all can hear us. I want to welcome y'all to the Headphones Down show. I'm Video DJ Dre. My man next to me,
DJ Breakout in the building. What's good, YouTube? How y'all feeling tonight? You know what I'm saying? We just finished that Labor Day weekend mix. I hope y'all enjoyed what y'all heard, what y'all heard. Let us know in the chat how y'all was feeling about that. You know what I'm saying? We got good things coming. All we can do is get better.
yeah, we got a special show tonight too. We got my man Sam Abdullah is going to be via FaceTime on the screen. We about to do an interview with him. He's about to call in just a second. So if you on the show, Sam, if you can hear us, go ahead and give us a call so we can put you up there on that screen and get this show started. But once again, this is the Headphones Down show. We talking all things music for the DJ community here on YouTube. So Sam, give us a call as soon as you get the feed. I hope you can hear us. Let us know out there. Let me get on here and make sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? While we're waiting for the sound, you know what I'm saying? Once again, thank you everybody for checking us out. You know, if you got any comments, you know, hit us up. Let us know. Put it in the chat. You know, make sure you like, subscribe. You know, and all we can do is keep it moving, keep it moving.
All right, I see that we live here. I
Yeah,
see that we
live.
live. Okay, we up and running.
We up and running in the building.
All right. So if you're out there, Sam, give us a call right now, and we're gonna put you on the screen. So what it's Labor Day weekend. You know, we had a Labor Day mix tonight.
Oh wow, got my sound on.
Got your sound on.
down.
Okay, yeah, I heard a little echo there.
Yeah.
Is that coming from in there?
That's not coming from me.
Okay. That's coming from that speaker down there. Let me fix
Oh,
that
okay.
real quick.
Yeah, I was,
At least I know that we up and running. This
right.
is live,
And the
y'all.
the sound quality is good.
Yeah, at least we do. Let me go ahead. Bluetooth. Cut. That's a whole lot of stuff is on over here. A whole lot is on. Disconnect. All right, we back. All right, Sam, if you can hear us out there, give us a call in. Today we're going to talk to my man Sam. He sent us mixes. He's been sending us a lot of mixes, man. He definitely shows much love. He be sending us mixes via email, a lot of mashups. And tonight, okay, am I frozen over here on my thing? Or is that just me here? Are you on? Are you watching it?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You good?
I'm good. I think you might just came back up.
Okay.
No feedback.
I don't see. Talk to the people real quick while we get these
Okay,
technical
we have some
difficulties out the
technical
way.
difficulties out there, so you know what I'm saying, y'all bear with us as we get everything together, make
All right.
sure everybody good. You know
All
what I'm
right. All right, we back up.
saying? All right, we good to go.
I don't seem to be okay. All right, we back up. Once again, y'all, we talking all things music. We're gonna do an interview tonight with my man Sam, and we're gonna get into how he does his mashups, how he make them, what motivates him to making them. So if you can hear Sam, give us a call.
So while we wait for Sam, I got a good question for you. While we wait for Sam, we gonna is he coming up?
He should be calling in any second.
All right.
Maybe I can't
You got
text
it.
him because I got the phone over there. let me text him real quick. Ask him to call in.
All right, no problem. All right, to everybody out there, you know, YouTube, yo, thank us for checking us out. Make sure you give us a thumbs up in the chat. You know, make sure you like and subscribe. While we, get everything together. Hope everybody enjoying their Labor Day weekend. Get some good music, some good food, some good drinks in you. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there. Enjoy your day off. Relax. Do what you need to do. You know, get ready to go back to work on Tuesday.
All right. So we waiting for my man Sam to call in. So you doing anything this Labor Day weekend, man? You doing anything music related this Labor Day weekend?
Music related now, I'm just relaxing.
Just relaxing. Okay.
What about yourself?
Now I'm not doing. This is what I'm doing right here, trying to get this show together, trying to get everything working. It's the Headphones Down show. We waiting for our special guest to give us a call real
while
quick.
we waiting for our special guest, I got a question for you since you the OG DJ in the game, been in 20 plus years and everything like that, so you can get some knowledge to people while we wait. So when you having, so as an up and coming DJ, when you have them bad days, you know what I'm saying? What do you do to keep yourself motivated?
Go back to the lab and practice.
Okay, I like that.
Practice makes perfect. You know, that's all you can do in this business, man. Keep on practicing, because practice definitely makes perfect. Keep grinding. You know, it's a DJ down here called Jack of Spades, and his favorite thing he like to say is keep grinding, Jack. And that's what I like to say too. Just keep grinding, man, in this business. You know, you might have a bad set, you might have a bad day, but as long as you out there grinding and you doing your homework and you studying, trying to improve your craft to get better, things will get better. Make sure you chime in and let us know if you out there checking us out. It's the Headphones Down show. And I like that camera over there.
We waiting for our
Okay, yeah, we waiting for our special guest to call in.
That will be Sam, you know what I'm saying? We just did a mix dedicated to him, used all his music. That was provided to you by Video DJ Dre.
And I'm wearing the elevated shirt, man, courtesy of my man Sam Abdullah. Make sure you check him out. His info is on the screen below. All right, well, okay, here we go. All right, yes, we in the building. We got my man Sam on the screen. How you doing there?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Now, the angle you probably seeing us is not the greatest angle because it's pointed up at the ceiling, but we can see you on the screen over here real good. So, we just want to ask y'all a few questions. My man Breakout, he going to start off asking a few questions. Can you hear us pretty good? Can you hear us?
Perfect. It's just chopping up a little bit, but I think I can. Yeah.
It's probably a little delay, so probably
It's a little bit of latency there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me cut the volume up some.
Okay.
All right, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So,
All right, Sam, welcome to the show. My first time meeting you, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you, my brother. You know, you did some nice mixes that we, some nice blends that we got together. You know, I appreciate you for sending those to us.
Salute, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the shout outs and support, and I love what you guys are doing. Great show tonight, and great shirt, Dre.
oh, yeah, I threw this together. You know, we own a t-shirt print business here, so I threw it together real quick. It's still wet, so forgive me if it looked like it's bleeding a little bit. But yeah, get into your questions.
First off, tell the people how they can get in contact to you as far as Facebook, Instagram, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Instagram is Elevate11. Facebook is Sam Elevate. YouTube page, I believe, is Sam Abdallah. Elevate. Yeah, you'll link it in the shows there for you.
Yeah, we got it. We actually have it on the screen for our viewers to check out. They can actually see it below.
Perfect. Amazing. How I got started? Yeah, I mean, I've always DJed in high school. I used to hand out mixtapes back in the day. I feel like there's a cross between DJing and production, and I always used to use like Cool Edit, and we used to make blends back in the day. Vinyl, would scratch on vinyl, and so I recently got into it again through about a couple years ago through Ragoza. He's been a mentor of mine. I had joined his school and talked with Swift and those guys, and yeah, I learned Ableton, and I started making blends, and it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I used to be an events DJ, so I know what you guys are going through, and I just like to give DJs joy on their decks, right, and teach DJs how they can create a unique sound, right, so they get more bookings and they can create something unique for themselves. So yeah, man.
Okay, so you say you give you give them inspiration stuff. Do you have like a course or something that you
Yeah, exactly. I have an Ableton thing. It's on elevateandblend.com. It's just something that someone can pretty much fast track all the learnings that I had to do, because it's a huge learning curve, Ableton.
Correct.
It and the thing is, you're not really like you're not born a great producer or any of that. You learn the ear. Some people have perfect pitch, but I never had musical theory. I never had any of that growing up, so I was never in a musical family. And so I found that learning the skill and getting the right guidance, and then distilling it down for the DJs, everyday DJs that want to make their unique sound. Maybe they're not able to find something on a record pool. They want to make a short edit.
Right.
They want to make. They want to know phrasing. It's made me better as a DJ because I love DJing. I love New Jack Swing and hip hop and all that. So it's made me better. My ear's been better, and also my cadence, my body clock. So I know like when the one is.
Right.
It gets better. But I definitely recommend any DJ just getting into it and learning.
So as a producer and a DJ, do you think for our beginner DJ, do you think it would help them if beginner DJ kind of know some music theories as far as count and beats and phases and stuff? You think that'll help them more? Because I know in today's market, you got all this equipment that can do that for you. But as far as having a solid foundation, you think DJs should to look into that?
Yeah, there's a lot of times where you have an idea and you want to take a project and make a project, refine it, put some sheen on it, make sure the phrasing's right. I mean, on the decks it's good, but it's going to be a bit tricky. But when you can stem it out, take a track that you want, you can take elements. You also see the metronome, so it just makes your ear a lot better. And then and what I did in the course is I developed like a few things that are shortcuts that help me now in my flow when it comes to making the mashups. Whether you want to make a mashup or sometimes I just want to see like a track that I was like, oh, you know what, that would go amazing with that. Being in the events DJ industry before, I worked for a radio DJ too.
Right.
I always had an idea before Crate Hackers, like, okay, this would sound great with this. So whether I want to switch the vibe or add drums, you can add more creativity and you can do it and you can come back to that project. So, I mean, I absolutely love it. I love giving DJs joy because I love DJs. It's part of my life. I'm a business owner, father, and DJing has always been a part of my life. So, yeah, man.
Okay, that's good.
I want to give a shout out to DJ Romeo Great real quick for checking in. He got a question for you too. How do you compare learning from DJ school versus self-learning?
It's a great question. So I would just say I'm a big fan of consistency over time, and embracing when you're not great at something, just embracing that and just learning every day. So, for instance, a lot of people attempt to go wide on stuff. Like when I was getting my record hand really good for scratching, like I was part of a scratching school with Ragosa, and I'm no means an advanced. I've gotten a lot better. I've probably been more intermediate now. But I had to really work at that record hand for the same scratches for 20 minutes a day. But that 20 minutes adds up, right? So
Right.
it could be listening to blends. It could be working on a project, letting your brain go into that flow state where you can get in the creative juices, and then you start getting ideas coming to you like you won't believe it, and some of these ideas that come to me just literally come to me, right? And I'm just kind of a portal for that. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question though, definitely getting started. Have a mentor. Definitely figure out what you want to practice. Have an intention with your practice. Practice over a metronome. And remember that DJing and production are not different. I mean, they are different, but they are very blurred, right? Because, for instance, like as I've gotten better at Ableton, and as I learned scratching, I'm able to now jump to tracks because I know how to scratch better. I'm able to pitch stuff down. I can create a loop and get creative, right? So it makes your DJing way more fun. And you had asked the question, what's the worst part about making tracks or maybe mixing tracks? I would say if someone has the same transition or the same thing over and over again, they get a BPM trap. That's one of the worst things that could happen to a DJ.
Right.
So if you learn these different skills or you just do one at a time and take, notes and implement one a day, it'll add up, man. You'll see in a year, you'll record hand and all that, whatever you want to work on will be a lot better.
Right.
It's the first time I heard that, a BPM track.
I can relate to that one.
I can relate to that too.
Um,
I want to ask you real quick, where you from, by the way?
Yeah, so I'm 1 hour west of Toronto, which is on Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
man. We don't have any igloos here, but it's gonna get cold real soon.
That's
Yeah,
one
we've
thing
been
I
together.
love about YouTube is how it brings the DJ community together.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter where you from, you know, we can get together and communicate and share all kind of information and share love. So that's one thing I do love about the technology of YouTube. And you know, we're new to this game. We just got into it this year. And you know, we're coming along. We're still learning as we're going on, trying to
Good,
work
man.
out stuff.
That's what I love about you guys, and like even too, I wanted to bring up when someone asked advice. I said, when I went on mashup 250 in the last year and a half, right? So my first mashup was not nearly what it is now, but I had to go through that, and I had to, you know, get advice, take iterations, take improvements, and you're always learning and growing, right? So once you let the ego get in the way, you stop growing. So, yeah, man, that's one advice I got.
Yeah.
So,
Go
I
ahead.
just, since we was talking about that, you just put it out for advice. What advice can you give? Since you were saying that, can you elaborate? What advice can you give new beginner DJs or producers when they having that bad day or they feeling down? Like, okay, because they know they have to go through that, because everybody gonna be bad in the beginning. But what can you tell them that would keep them going through that bad times?
Yeah, I mean, have a structure. Focus on having fun as well as small wins. So you know, like for instance, like when people they want kind of the microwave mentality, like they want to be like a 2-click orbits and you know all that stuff and like chopping up and speeding up tracks and whatever. You know, if you focus on the baby, like for instance, I remember just doing the baby scratch and it made my sets better. You
Right.
know, just stuff like that, or like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna work on 2 different types of blends. I'm gonna stem out the melody, right? Because I have some music theory, but I'm not, like I said, a music expert in that sense. But I do have some music theory. So you know, if you want to stem stuff out and you know your music and you want rapping's keyless, you kind of start learning these things, right? You start feeling the songs, and then you start getting those wins. And you're not gonna have perfect days all the time, but I mean, if you can get wins and you just let them snowball, I think that'll be good.
Okay. So, since you say you're a DJ and producer, what DJs or producer influence your style, or who do you follow or mentor or you like?
Yeah, man, that's a great question. There's a lot of them. I've had conversations with DJ Ease, TLM. I've always
Oh
been a
yeah,
big
I'm a
fan
big fan
of
of
them.
TLM.
I
Okay.
sent him the blends. He said he's gonna get back to me, but it's all good. Yeah, no, those are good. Ragoza, I was part of Ragoza's DJ school, and so that's where I'd actually learned Ableton. But then I just took my own element of how I can help DJs, because right now we're going into a world where you want to create your own sound, you want to craft your own sound, you want to get more gigs, you want to position yourself in the marketplace. That's where I think that learning Ableton is important. There are other programs that could shortcut it, but man, Ableton is very powerful. And I know Dre knows that, but it's yeah. Advice, yeah, like you said, find a mentor, purposeful with your practice, small improvements, iterate over time, record yourself, right? Figure out how you're doing and listen back. Look at film, right? And that's what the athletes do, right? So
Yeah.
why not?
Now I was on your website and I didn't see that you charge for your course. Am I incorrect? I didn't see any type of payment information for your course.
Yeah, you know what? I got a couple pages there. I gotta figure that out. But if anybody has any questions, they can email me, Dre. If you want to drop my email, and they're interested, then what I'll do is I'll make sure that you get the link, because I think my tech guy is just working on stuff. But yeah, for sure, man, 100%.
Okay, is there a price that you could tell us, while we on air now?
What's that? Sorry.
I said, is there a price that you could let us know right now?
It's $49.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I want to make it really reasonable for DJs to, learn a new skill, right? If you can take a couple takeaways, and it's tremendously helped me, and I just do this because I absolutely love it, right? But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that there's a system to help DJs, fast track a lot more than having to spend so many hours, because I can pretty much know my workflow and know, how to make a track, how to come up with the concept, how to test the concept, stuff like that.
Now, when
Okay.
somebody takes your course, do they get to interact with you personally, or is it just online only?
That is online, but I mean, definitely able to answer questions, 100%. If they want to know a specific aspect. We're just focusing on creating like a group, Facebook support, stuff like that. Yeah, so I mean, definitely want to make sure that people have the support that they need when it comes to learning Ableton or what they want to, get out of the course.
Okay. With your creativity and how you do your mashup, what's influenced your creativity when you're doing your music or your blends?
Yeah, I mean, I listen to different DJs and hear routines, and like for example, a lot of artists they use an artist as inspiration. So it's not one particular artist, but I was heavily inspired by New Jack Swing growing up, and I would say hearing concept, I can go. You can check out on like karaoke version these what the keys are, like major and minor keys and stuff with certain songs, and then you kind of see, okay, you know what, I kind of know this concept will go really well, and then as you go through you kind of figure out a plan for how you want to do it. But for instance, like if I'm creating a transition track, that's like where the BPMs go up. That could be really useful for a DJ or down. Dre, I've sent you a few. There's some guidelines around that, right? Like, making sure it sounds good and having a, drum after there's lots of intricacies, but I would just say, what was your question again?
How long did it take you to learn, all of that? Because this, you real technical with your mashups, and you got a lot going on. And I'll be watching some of your videos. I mean, over the course of time, if somebody was to start, right now, how long would it take them to learn just the basics? I'm not saying to get as good as you are, but about how long would it take to be confident enough to post a mashup on an Instagram or something?
Oh man, I mean, if you get the concept, it's just like any skill. But the thing that's great about the course is that there's a lot of things that are very important, that mistakes that a lot of people make, or just things to consider when getting started. Testing the concept, knowing where to find the key information, the right key information, because Serato doesn't get it right. Trusting your ear. Where can they go? Or what can they do? Sorry. Yeah, if they're just getting started, I mean, they could probably within a few hours of just practicing 20, 30 minutes a day, they can make improvements 100%. I mean, of course, they're going to have to put some work in, and they're going to have to be interested in it.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I'm not interested in like building shelves and stuff, right? So it's going to take me a long time, and I probably won't work on it. But for example, with production and DJing, as you get better and better, you just go deeper and deeper. Now, you start experimenting with pitching and samples and chopping, and I experiment with MPC a little bit. I'm not a pro on it, but I know a little bit about it. So yeah, I mean, you can put the work in, you'll make some big improvements with a small amount of time per day.
So you say you used to be a DJ. What was your last DJ? Do you still DJ?
I did live streams. I love, I have, and I'm a big fan of, it doesn't matter the equipment you have, you can get busy on anything that has a jog wheel. You can manipulate music and change the tempo. Like, I can get busy on a Rev 1, I can get busy on a Rev 5. I had PLXs and the Phase. I did a DJ event. The last time I did a formal event was probably about 8 years ago. And right now, I got 4 kids. I really enjoy the live stream aspect sometime. I enjoy making a mashup. I enjoy, manipulating music, turntablism, learning. So, I mean, and sleeping at a decent hour.
Right,
So,
yeah.
not in the club scene like that anymore. Nothing wrong with it, but just not my thing. And events, I give you guys a lot of credit. I mean, I've been an events DJ, probably did 150 events, and it's not easy. You guys deal with a lot, man. You guys deal with, sometimes you're not feeling as passionate about the music you're playing if there's certain audiences, or, timing and all the event planners and all these things. There's a lot of like nuances, and so, for instance, like if I was ever like, the DJs that I think would be the most fun are the DJs that they pay you to perform. That's fun. But when you have to play, it's fantastic for an audience. But you got to be really passionate about mobile DJing, because it's a tough thing, man. I guess you have a lot of credit, man.
Especially when you're getting older, like myself.
Yeah, Dre, I'm 42, man. I mean, I may not look it, but I get it, man. So, you gotta stay healthy and fresh, and yeah, man, it's
So one thing I want to ask you,
going on.
I'm a business owner and I'm always trying to improve no matter what it is. So I want to ask you as a listener of our show, give me one piece of advice that could help us improve our channel.
Amazing. Are you talking more like business? Are you talking more like technical and music?
No, I'm just talking about our channel in general. You've been watching it for some time and our shows. I just give me, your opinion of one particular thing that you think that we could do that would improve our channel, our YouTube channel.
Well, first, I think you guys are putting yourself out there. You're consistent with your content, so that's great. You're creating some variety, like you're giving beginners tips. Like, I would say, like, one of the things I learned from a business coach that I had hired for a while ago was just, who are you speaking to, like your avatar, your audience, and if it's more beginner tips. If it's more gear reviews, like I'm not sure, I don't study a lot of the beginner DJs right now, but I would say it's really calling out that people that you want to, help in that sense. And a lot of DJs, like, for instance, when they're getting started, like if you're focusing on beginner DJs, maybe they want business tips, basic business tips that are going to help them or help you. Maybe phrasing. I mean, a lot of DJs get phrasing wrong. It took me a long time to get phrasing right. But phrasing is really important, man. A lot of people just think they can, mix anywhere, but phrasing is very important. And as you get better, you can get more creative with it. But yeah, to answer your question, I would say maybe figure out like a content calendar. Maybe if there's certain other things you want to cover, maybe interview DJs that are starting out, what their biggest pain points are. Okay. And what it is that they want to work on. Maybe it's some business tips, getting more gigs. I think a lot of beginner DJs focus on getting more gigs. I kind of said, if you want to create a unique sound and get more gigs, the program can be great for you with Ableton because you can learn, be a better DJ, be a better producer, and be more confident, and also create your own mashups, your own sounds, right? Which is amazing because you don't just have to get you can get my mashups, but creating your own unique sounds is incredible. So.
Okay.
It's a long-winded answer, but if you
That's definitely a good answer. We got a question online that say, my man Romeo says, when you work with DJs and producers, have you ever experienced a good producer that turns into a bad DJ?
Oh man, that's a good one. I've seen some good producers that are not the best DJs.
Are not the best DJs.
But I won't say any names because I'm not going to disrespect anyone.
Right, I feel you probably.
But I would say I haven't really seen it, but I would say that people think it's too separate. So they think, okay, you know what? Production. I'm a DJ. I'm not a producer. Well, yeah, you know what? You're creating a new sound. Right, so Stems has made it more. So you should understand keys. Maybe like for example, digital DJ tips. I learned about fuzzy key mixing. Right, if you pitch one up and one down, how can you make it still sound good and be in key? Right. How can you take the stems out? How can you use stems differently? How can you take the melody out? How can you respect the phrasing? You know what I mean? Like there's so many things that I think that are important. Right, and they help production. They help creating music because you are creating new sounds. I mean, even a hobby DJ, I was reading an article that said a hobby DJ wants to manipulate the music, right? They just want to listen to music, but they want to manipulate it. Well, when you're changing song structure and bar structure, you're producing almost, right? Like, it doesn't mean you have to be like on a drum and I have to be banging the drum. I could create a sample, I could pitch a sample up, or I could just literally extend a chorus and add a hype to it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things, right? And I do this with DJs in mind too. I want to make DJs' life better. So I make these edits to make the DJ's life more enjoyable, right? Yeah. I want them to be like, okay, this is perfect. I got a flat drum, I got hype, But yeah, I think they should be blended, and you make you a better DJ, and it make DJing funner. Because I remember back in the day, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I kind of got in a rut of the same transition, BPM, look at the BPM, whatever, do the transition, do it over again. It gets boring, right? But if you can get excitement with it, man, people feel that energy on you, and it's great. So.
Definitely.
Right. All right, Sam, we gonna play this little game that we like to play on a virtual house party. You know what I'm saying? We like to do this little game called verses based on the mix we done. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you two artists' name, and you're gonna tell me which one is the one that you will rock at your party. You only can choose one
Right.
now. Okay. So the first one, if you don't know the artist, let us know. The first one, Two Chain versus Future. Who you got?
You know what? I'm not as I don't I'm not as up to date on Future. I'd say so. Two Chains. I'd have to go with him. He's got
Okay.
some stuff.
What about you, Dre?
I would go with Future.
You go with Future.
Yeah, I would go with Future.
I'm about to take Two Chains. I know Future, but I just like his Two Chain little flow a little bit better. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? As versus the beat. Okay, number two. All right, Ludacris versus Fabulous.
Oh no, Ludacris, man. He's got man. He like don't even
Okay.
start that, bro.
I got
Like
one
I mean,
for you.
Southern Hospitality. Oh my God, like those are the days, man. Like I'm telling you, yeah, those are good. Like so many good tracks came out of him.
Oh, so
I mean,
Romeo
Fab,
said Two
great.
Chainz.
Don't get me wrong. He's got some
Two
great.
Chainz. Okay, we hear you, Romeo. What about Michael Jackson versus Chris Brown?
Ooh, Chris Brown has some good ones too. I'm still gonna say Michael Jackson because if you're in a mobile space, Michael Jackson is very versatile.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
That's true.
He can sprinkle you and get you into different genres, man. So I was Jackson.
So okay, on Never since he took an old back, he was trying to let's go with Usher versus Chris Brown.
Usher, man.
You gonna go with Usher?
Sorry, Chris. And I promise, Chris, it wasn't because of the thing that happened. It just
I'm about to go with Usher. I think is he got more you know what I'm saying, when you is versatile and everything like that. As far as both of them got versatile, just the fact that this depends on the type of DJ you got. You know, I would definitely go with Usher on that. Romeo said he going with Ludacris and he taking Michael Jackson.
Okay,
All right,
here.
here you go. We got one for you. All right, Drake versus Lil Wayne.
Oh. You know what? I'm going to say Lil Wayne because Drake does put out a ton of music, and I know he's mainstream. He's very popular. Maybe he's still popular now. I'm not following after whatever had happened, but I would say Lil Wayne. I mean, he's got some good ones in there, man. From Millie and Bling Bling was when I first in high school when I listened to him on the track. Man, his verse was bananas, man. So I'm gonna go with Lil Wayne on that one. Even though Drake is respectable, I don't know, man.
Before we close out real quick, one more I want to ask you. Spinning platters on a turntable or a static controller?
Spinning platters for sure.
Right.
It's got the right spinning platter. I didn't mind the Rev 7, but it had too loose of a feel, so it's got to be the right spinning platters. Turntables are amazing. I love turntables.
Which set of turntables do you prefer, or controller with spinning platters?
Yeah. I had the Rain one. I love that controller. That was a lot of fun. I had the PLXs. I like those. They have high torque. I got the Rain 12s. I really like those. So those are amazing. I love the torque on those. Those are perfect. And then I love the Rev 1 for practice. I'd sit on the couch and practice and manipulate some beats and get 20, 30 minutes of reps in. And then a mid-level controller, like a Rev 5 or I've looked at the Rain 1 is nice, man. I mean, if the Rain 1 had onboard effects and a battle style, I do like the battle style personally. That's one thing. I just want Rain 1 to come with a battle style and internal effects, and I'll be sold, man.
Hey, well, we about to wrap it up. I want to give you my extreme thanks for checking this out, for definitely calling in. This was an excellent interview. You was our first interview via FaceTime, and everything seems to be working okay. I want to definitely thank you, DJ Romeo. Great for all your questions and your support. And we'll always be going back and forth. Keep sending us those mixes, man. We definitely going to play your mixes every chance we get. You know, we kind of busy on our end. You be sending me so many mixes, I can't keep up with them. Because we also barbers, too. Our day job, we cut hair. We own a barber shop
Thanks,
and a T-shirt print business. So we stay busy. And late at night, we try to get those emails together and get some of those mixes on. So I definitely appreciate it.
I just love sending them. I love sharing them. I appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work on the channel. Always a big supporter. And yeah, man, thanks for having me. And anytime. And it was awesome that you didn't get through all of them. So I'm sure you'll have lots more to play.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And anybody want to check my man out, his information is on the bottom across the screen. Make sure you visit his website. Make sure you visit his Instagram.
Make sure you visit his YouTube and get him a follow.
And make sure you get some of those mashups. Once again, I want to thank you for checking us out. Thank you for calling in, Sam. Once again, this was the Headphones Down Show, and we'll be back in 2 more weeks, y'all. And we will see you then. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right. And also, thanks a lot, DJ Romeo Great. Peace.
Peace.